geometry folks. What we're doing today is actually just kind of rehashing what we ended with on Friday with angles. I just wanted to go through and give you a sample problem for what you're going to see on the homework today. So you're going to see a lot of things. So kind of like this, where I'm going to give you like one angle. I probably more than that. Let's say this is a right angle, and let's say this is 62. Okay? Looking at a lot of problems like this, and the question is going to be, all right, what are the rest of the angles? Okay? So let's figure this out. We've talked about this before. Vertical angles are key. I cannot stress this enough. When you see a vertical angle, throw the numbers in there. This angle is opposite this angle. Vertical angles are always going to be congruent. So if this is 62, we're going to have a 62 over there. Vertical angles on the opposite sides of those intersections. We've got another one right here. This guy is 90. That means this side over here must also be 90. Opposite sides of intersections, those angles will always be congruent. They're vertical angles. Get that in the brain thoughts. Okay? That should be an instant first thing when you look at these problems. You should be looking for vertical angles. Not only is it something that geometry uses a lot, all the way up through the end of geometry 2, it's also like there's no math involved, right? It's also like the easiest one. Oh, it's on the opposite side of intersection. Just plug a number in. Okay? So it's pretty straightforward. It's something that's really important and doesn't require you to actually do any math. Okay? So it's kind of cool that it's that important. Okay? Now, for the rest of these, it's going to be a little bit trickier. We know that this whole piece, that whole big chunk, that's a straight line, right? Right here, we've got a straight line. Straight angles are 180 degrees. Okay? So we know this whole thing is 180 degrees. Well, 90 of it is already spoken for. And 62 of it is already spoken for. So we need to subtract 90 and subtract 62. 90 and 62 is 152, which will leave us with a 28. Right there, that's a 28 degree angle. Then we remember, hey, vertical angles! I see more! Well, I see one. This is on the opposite side of this, so this will also be a 28 degree angle. Think of it as like you've got 360 degrees in the whole circle. You can never have more and you can never have less. And if you have half the circle, it's got to be 180. Okay? If some of them are already taken, like we've already lost 90 degrees of our 180, we've already lost 62 of our 180, then whatever is left over, that's going to be the answer to that angle. Okay? All the problems are going to look something very similar to this on the homework, so go ahead and jump into that, and then I'll see y'all in class. Hi, sorry, that's a weird little back and forth there. Someone's at my door. Just a handful of things to remind you of. Vertical angles, those opposite angles in an intersection are always going to be congruent. All the way around a circle is going to be 360. If something is a bisector, that means that it is cutting it in half, and both sides are congruent, which means both sides are going to be equal. Half circle is 180, and I think that should do it for you. So, sorry to jump back in like this, but I'll see y'all in class, and I swear I won't act like pop back.